to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the football team and the Patriots on Thursday night primetime.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now a first down throw for Newton. Out to his left. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game. And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. The Washington offense about ready to go to work. And at quarterback in his 17th season now in the NFL, piloting his 9th different franchise, it's Ryan Fitzpatrick. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play that time on the catch and run. Here we go now on first and goal. Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson punching it in from a yard away. And Washington has taken a first quarter lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. Cam going to bring the Patriots up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll throw from the gun. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. A play fake to Michelle. Now Newton. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried to dump off, lost yardage.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And he's got this down to the 35. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And the Patriots are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. So what do you think the mindset was there? You can tie it with a PAT here first half. Why go for the lead right now?
The old school mindset says if you have a better team, you just go ahead and continue to try and dominate. There's also a school of thought, if you don't think you're quite as good, you have to try and take advantage of opportunities. And finally, I just think this is analytics coming into the game. Someone saying the more you go for 2, the better your chances are of actually getting them.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now Fitzpatrick.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Fitzpatrick throwing complete, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. First throw now for the backup, Allen. He gets it to Sims, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Now Allen. He'll air this out deep for Harmon. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
New England trying to get a place on offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident.
All the way in. Touchdown, New England. James White, 73 yards. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Well, CD, with receivers, we talk about their speed, great hands. It's tough to quantify elusiveness, but they say he has great elusiveness, and he showed it right there with a run after the catch. Nick Folk for the point after. And this one's right there, and that pushes the lead to 13-10. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And here we go on the next drive for Washington.
And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they load him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now Allen. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen, the throw taken in by Sims. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. To the air, Allen. And he finds Seals-Jones complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. On 1st down, Allen. Open man here, Sims complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. Allen hit. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. Well, Charles, we take a look here at the draft class for this offense. Overall, what are your thoughts?
Well, you know the fans don't want to hear it.
Touchdown! That's caught at the 1. Devin Smith, 31 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Folk connects on the extra point. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He has not had the game that he envisioned. His team has not had the game that they've envisioned here. So how do they turn this around now?
But right now, what he's looking forward to doing is finding a way to get the added weight on his back. Is it like that monkey that Steve Young was talking about? Remember that in the Super Bowl?
Oh, the 95 Super Bowl.
Right, when they beat the Chargers, and, he had that weight of expectations and past greats on his back. In this case, it's just bad play. Can he shake it off and then be able to play loose and free and help his team out?
Let's see if he can do just that.
On 2nd and 10, Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
This one complete to Kelvin Harmon. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense.
And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there for the Patriots. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. So we have, boy, a rough crowd. No football for 6 months already. We're skipping halftime. All right, let's get right back to the action. We're set for quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the 3rd quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. They're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here's Tress Way now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 18. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Patriots take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
They should have put a stamp on me in the locker.
A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. That's swung out wide to Harris. Touchdown, Patriots! Damian Harris ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route, worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
Extra point up and good by Folk, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now he'll escape to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well, no one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And that's a run characteristic of Damian Harris. When he touches it, he gets not what's just blocked, but he gets a few more yards as well. He's been dinged up his first 2 years with the Patriots, only 10 starts a year ago. But you have to believe that this coaching staff thinks that he's capable of bigger and better things.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Bolden. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Here's another carry for Harris.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Throwing, Jones.
Catch is made by Harry. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 14.
They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me,
he will find his tight end Smith for a Patriot touchdown.
James Smith there to make the grab. And the Patriots continue to roll.
He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
he may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter. And the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this 4th quarter.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
You know, this is the regular season part that we've been talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now Folk for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. 1 play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing now is Allen. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Anthony Jennings. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Second down and 5. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. Muscles him off. Boom! Still fighting through tackles. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll see he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. On for the extra point is Folk. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Let's just be frank, they're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. It was Henry Anderson who got in there to get him down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying,